guys. I am off work. I've had my bath. I'm just kind of checking in before bed. It's like a little bit after 7, and so most of you are probably just now getting ready to get up and start your day, and I'm getting ready for bed. But so yeah, I have a couple of things that I'll talk about while I'm doing my little routine. First of all, my face is all cleansed and everything. So, but let's see, today is Tuesday. So tomorrow, I'm actually going to my long-awaited appointment with a cardiologist. And even though my doctor has pretty much said he doesn't feel that I'm gonna need to be seeing a cardiologist, but that I could go to be seen to basically just double check and give myself a peace of mind. I mean, okay, so my chest pains, may be due to, the cervical spondylosis, and it may be from cysts, because I've gotten more cysts over the years that they have seen during my mammograms. My mammogram has come back good, and I've had every chest X-ray that you could, I've had everything, all kind of scans and imaging, and they're like, your heart's good, your heart's fine. But until they can tell me, not like, no one can tell, I'm like, why would I be having this breast pain or chest pain if everything's okay? So basically, what I want to say to you is that if you it's up to you to take charge of your health. It's up to me to take charge of my health. So, if I'm not getting all the answers that I need, then I need to keep going until I get enough answers to have some peace of mind and feel good about everything. Like, I had one of my doctors tell me, well, actually, this was not one of my doctors. This was actually at one of my last ER visits. The doctor comes in and he's like, we've seen you, you've been here several times. You're basically, he's saying, especially to be my age, I'm very healthy. And that, so I'm telling him, I'm like, well, no, I can't be that healthy if I'm here. And he's like, no. He was like, we were talking in the back, me and another doctor, and the other doctor was a supervisor, and he said, we had to double check and check your age, because you are very, very healthy. And, even with the cervical spine issue that you have, you're really, everything else is very healthy. You have great blood work. Your heart is good. He said, at this rate, I mean, he said you could easily live to be 100, is what he said. And he may have been just saying that as a figure of speech, but still, even having had so many tests and everything, I still have to take charge and really make sure that I have some peace of mind in regards to my health. You can never just be too sure, because what I've learned in my experience is sometimes doctors and nurses will just tell you anything. Sometimes, like, I had a doctor who was actually my primary care physician. I kept going in and I was telling him I'm having these pains, and he's like, oh, he was like, you just exaggerate. He was basically saying I was being dramatic. So I ended up following up and going to my gynecologist, and sure enough, I had a mass in my ovary and I had to have surgery and have that removed. So had I not gone, further, a step further to check things out, there's no telling what that could have turned into. So I'm still, even though my doctor's like, oh yeah, I don't think you really need the cardiologist, but here, let's just X this off. Okay, great. So tomorrow I'm going to be going to my appointment tomorrow morning. And, if things turn out that I need it, then wonderful, because I kept pushing and I didn't give up on what I wanted to happen. And of course, I don't want to waste anyone's time, but this is my health. So I feel like when it's in regards to my health, there is no such thing as that. And then, so yeah, if I need it, that's terrific. I've followed up and I made sure I got the care I needed. And if it turns out I don't, then that's great too. That's just something that will give me a peace of mind, and I can be satisfied that, okay, maybe these are just changes going on up here with perimenopause, or, increase in breast cysts or cervical spine issues, whatever. But, I just wanted to say that it's really important just to be accountable for your health and not always just be satisfied with information you're given. So, yeah. So there's that. And like yesterday and today, I'm just not feeling it as, achy as I had been. And I don't know what to attribute that to. I think that some of it could be hormonal, because I'm kind of seeing a pattern with some stuff, like certain times of the month. Things are worse for me, and then when that's all done, I'm feeling much more different, and that could just be a change with age. Even though, you guys, I know 50 is not ancient, okay, I get that, but the reason that I talk about this stuff with aging and how things change is because I really didn't get that feedback. So I'm glad I have a chance to let my daughter know these are the things that happen, and she gets to see it, and it might help her if she has these same issues or similar issues, to not be afraid, and to understand that these are natural things that happen to people. She might not have identical issues. No one has identical issues, but just to know that, hey, as women age and as men age, things change, and you can still be happy and healthy but you have to follow up with your health care. So I talk about this stuff because I don't hear a lot of women talk about the crappy stuff that comes with aging outside of having hot flashes. Like, there is so much more that changes. And had I not been diligent with doing my own research and, going to doctor's appointments and following up on anything that changes, then I would be scared to death right now, because I wouldn't understand that, okay, it's part of the aging process and getting older. These are some of the things that are very common in some women, and that might happen. So, but anyway, I have a packet of information that I'm going to fill out before I actually go to sleep, for my appointment tomorrow. I was going to take it with me to work and do it on a break, but I really don't like to take like personal information like that into my place of work, just because anything could happen. It could get misplaced, or just anything. I work with, well, just anything could happen. So, And so, yeah, I'm not as achy. I'm feeling good about that. I haven't had any acetaminophen. My blood pressure's been great. So I'm kind of taking note of this, that certain changes like throughout the month may happen. So, yeah. Um, so yeah, and I also think too, I'm about ready to start shedding my winter coat. So, yeah, like in the fall and winter, I bulk up like a bear. But in the spring and summer, I'm, a little hot tamale. So, yeah, I'm getting ready for that. And I think a lot of it just happens naturally. It's like I just tend to slim down a little bit. And I think that's for everybody. Like, during the holiday season and the cold months, it's all the comfort food and stuff like that, and more stuff inside. And then spring and summer, I like to be out more walking and going on hiking trails and doing stuff like that. So, yeah. And then the other thing I kind of want to talk about, like, y'all know I mentioned before when I do my shorts videos, those are mainly just to give you a laugh. But there is some truth to some of them. Like, some of them they're either things that have really happened to me or something I know that, or something, a situation that I know has happened to someone that I know, that I feel may be relatable. But y'all, I just have to say that, it's just disappointing that no matter how old you get, not that 50 is ancient, but just no matter how old you get, like the the silliness that women have to deal with is just, and men probably deal with it too. I just don't know that, I just know as a woman, like, just the silliness from other females, it just never freaking stops. Like, I'm the type of person, if I'm not crazy about somebody, if I'm just not, I kind of stay in my own lane. Like, I have my own kind of bubble I stay in. Like, and this, like, I don't want to just say it's at work, because I don't want, I never know if someone from my job is going to see this video or not. Now, I don't want them thinking, oh, she's on there talking about me. But, the silliness just never ends. Like, I'm just the kind of person that, if I want to tell you something, I'm going to tell you. And if I don't, I don't. If I want to talk to you, I'm going to talk to you. And if I don't, I won't. Like, it's that simple. But I'll always be, like, respectful, and I will never be nasty. But if I don't have anything to say, I just don't say it, period. And I just go to whatever environment I'm in to handle the task that needs to be done. If I'm going to the store and I see you and I don't say anything, I'm going to the store to get my stuff and I'm leaving. If I'm going to the gas station, I'm going to get my gas and I'm leaving. When I go into work, I'm going in there to do my job and I'm leaving. I'm not going to any of these environments looking for someone to be my friend. That's just plain and simple. And it doesn't mean that, oh, I'm hateful or I'm a bitch. It's just that once I get to see the character of someone, that, and it's a real turn off, like, I get to see that, okay, this person is the bad apple. Like how they say it takes one bad apple. Like, especially if you've been around someone and in an environment, and when they're in the environment or when they've been in the environment, you notice how dark the vibe was, or how there was always some drama going on, and then you take that bad apple out of the equation, and all of a sudden things are flowing again, and things are there's some peace, and there's some positive vibes in the environment. Then you take note of that, so you kind of might steer clear of that person. So if that person comes, they might see you all the time, and or they might see you several times during the day or night, or you might run into one another frequently at different places, whether it be you guys shop at the same stores, you live near one another, or you're in the same neighborhood, and like that person never talks to you, but you'll get that same person that goes out of their way to come and ask you a very personal question, or to pry into your business, when it's like you're thinking, okay, you don't even speak to me, so why are you over here asking me like something that is my personal business or my personal information? Like, to me, that just shows how insecure that person is. That's like one of those people that, like, he or she never speaks to you, but they always watch you. They always want to see what you look like. Like, they may even drive past where you live. It's one of those kind of people that does stuff like that. They never really speak, or they're sometimey. And they're always like, you catch them looking at you. You know what I'm saying? In certain situations, like, it's freaking weird. But when they come and they start getting in your business, or they ask you something very personal, you're kind of thrown off, like, what the hell? Like, you don't even speak, but you want to come ask me something like that. Like, to me, that just shows how that person is very insecure about who they are. Like, it's hard for me to explain, you guys. Like, it just never freaking stops. Like, not with just this, not with just one person, but it's just, this has happened with different people over a lot of years. Like, and you think that, okay, well, when I get older, I won't have to worry about that. And no, it still happens. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, it's almost like, it's funny because, like, I'll have a situation like that, and like, this person will just want to watch me but not speak to me. And then it's almost like I'm always like in the back of their mind or something. It is almost kind of creepy, really. Like, okay, I'm thinking, you don't speak to me half the time. I don't see you all day, but yet you go out of your way to come and ask me something personal. Like, that just creeped me out, okay? Like, I'm like, so you don't acknowledge me any other time. We don't really speak like that. I don't know you like that, but I'm on your mind enough that you went out of your way to come and ask me something that's personal. Like, I don't know, y'all. You have to watch people like that. Those are extremely, and I said this in my shorts, extremely toxic people. Like, you can never trust being around somebody like that. And that's unfortunate because, I'm just a happy-go-lucky person. I mind my business. And unfortunately, I think that sometimes, and it's not like I'm some queen or something. You know what I mean? I'm just I'm just an ordinary everyday person. Like, but I'm a happy person. I'm very, in spite of everything I have going on with my cervical spondylosis or the issues I've had with my blood pressure, like I live a happy life. I'm a happy person. I'm extremely satisfied with me. Um, and I'm very confident with who I am. So I don't have to do the things that this person or these types of people do. Like, I don't care what the next person is doing. I really don't. As long as they're leaving me the hell alone. But yeah, y'all, I just think that's a bit creepy. Um, and just, it's a little bit disappointing that even being the age that I am, like, it just doesn't go away. And it's not always like a person my age that's doing this. It's a lot of times it's somebody younger than me. Like, I'm like, quit worrying about me, you know, go play. Leave me alone. But yeah, y'all, it's just something that I wanted to talk about because it was at the forefront of my mind. And, you know, if you're experiencing this and you don't know what to do about it, all I can say is maybe just some advice is just keep being you. And, you know, maybe just try to steer clear of that person the best that you can. And maybe they'll get that, hey, she understands that I'm creepy as I don't know what, and I'm not genuine, and that I'm just trying to get up in her business because I don't know. I don't know, y'all, what to call it. A slight obsession. I don't know. Like, if there was someone that I wasn't feeling like that, like, I would not give a darn what was going on in their personal life or have any personal questions. Like, I just simply stay in my own business, and that is it. So, yeah, I'm just kind of thinking, will you please just let me be my own happy self and just leave me alone? Like, I don't even really know you. And seeing what I've seen and seeing the kind of havoc that you can wreak on a positive environment, like, I don't want to get to know you. So, I don't know. I was thinking earlier, like, I need to, because y'all know, I always say I'm not very like this super religious person, but I am a believer. Like, I was thinking about it. I'm like, I just need to keep this in my prayers, you know, for the Lord to offer me some protection against people like this. And to, you know, for my angels to be watching, because, yeah. But anyway, you guys, I am going to go ahead and, because I feel my eyelids about to get heavy, y'all. Oh, let me say this. When I did the video yesterday before I went to work, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm on time, and I left all this time, and I went downstairs, got my Amazon A, and opened my stuff up, y'all. All of a sudden, I started running around like a chicken with my head cut off, okay? Like, I was all over the place, and I had to come upstairs, go back downstairs, upstairs. I had stuff I forgot to put in my bag. I don't know what happened, but so yeah, today I'm gonna make sure to be a little bit more on track and, you know, get things together a little better, because I started cutting up after that video I did yesterday, and I wouldn't open my stuff up. I just, once I got downstairs and I saw the packages, and I don't know, y'all, I lost it for a minute, but I was on time to work though. But anyway, okay, y'all have a beautiful day, and we'll talk soon. Bye.